Hi, I'm Chris Calcutt from Focusrite Novation, and I'm here today with the guys at scan.co.uk, and we're going to have a really good look at the brand new Scarlett 18i20 USB audio interface.
Scan Pro Audio.
The 18i20 is the flagship of the Scarlett range of interfaces and offers you up to 18 inputs and 20 outputs directly from the unit connected to your computer via a single USB cable. Using 8 incredibly high quality microphone preamps, we're able to record from 8 separate microphone sources directly into your computer. And we also have a number of outputs on the unit as well, so we can set up many different mixes and send those to several different places, such as headphone amplifiers, secondary set of speakers, through to front of house and that sort of thing. If we have a closer look at the actual unit, you'll see we've gone for a really nice anodized red aluminium design, keeping in with the Scarlett range of interfaces. On the front panel as well, we have a number of controls. Over on this side here, we have 2 microphone preamps. These are based around combination connectors and use both XLR and jack connections. This will let you plug in a microphone, such as a condenser microphone or ribbon microphone, and apply phantom power to them. Or you could simply plug in a bass guitar or an electric guitar into the center socket and use it as a direct inject. Alongside here, we have several different gain controls for each of the independent inputs, so we can set our levels to make sure that we're getting the right signal while we're recording. Past the gain controls, we have an LED meter. The LED meter here represents the level that we're receiving from our microphones and inputs. Underneath the LED meter, I also have a little reference to show me that my USB is connected, and also that the unit is locked and in sync with my computer. On the far side here, we have a volume control for our main outputs. We also have a dim switch, which will just drop the level so that we're able to talk over this level in the studio. I also have a mute switch as well, which will completely kill the level and there will be no sound coming out of the 18i20. And finally, on this side, we have 2 independent headphone outputs, each with their own independent volume control. If we take a look at the back of the 18i20, you'll see that we have a further 6 combination inputs. Next to the combination inputs, you'll see that we have 10 dedicated outputs. Outputs 1 and 2 are represented in this white banner here, and these will be the ones that will be generally connected to your main speakers. Next to the analog outputs, we have the optical in and optical out. This is a very powerful feature on the 18i20 and will allow you to plug in an additional set of 8 inputs and 8 outputs into the interface, and then they can be treated as additional inputs and outputs in your DAW software. The optical in and out is based around the ADAT connection type. Next to the optical in and out, we also have a BNC connection for connecting word clock. This is useful if you need to synchronize your interface with an external source. Alongside that, we have our USB 2 connection, obviously for connecting to the computer. Alongside that, we also have a MIDI input and a MIDI output 5-pin DIN connection. This is ideal if you have any external MIDI devices that need to be connected to the computer using this connection type. Finally, we have an SPDIF digital stereo input and output. Alongside the 18i20 hardware, we also include the Scarlett Mix Control software. The Scarlett Mix Control software is really the key to unlocking the power of the hardware. If we take a look at the software, you'll see the top part of the screen is taken by several faders. And these faders can actually be set to provide us levels of different incoming audio sources. So for example, if I click here in this box where it says analog in 1, I can see that I can look at my interface inputs including the ADAT inputs, or I can choose to listen to one of the outputs from my DAW software. If I set up a separate mix here, I can then effectively use this as a submix for delivering to my headphones. For example, if I want to set up a mix of several different DAW inputs, such as this, and also some analog inputs as well, and basically create a mix that is appropriate for the person that is going to receive the mix. I can even balance these left and right as well. I now have set up a submix. I can then route this specific submix to my headphone output 1. If I do that, I can go down to here where I see a little headphone symbol, and I can see that headphone output 1 is linked in with line output 7 and line output 8. If I look at my options now, I can choose to listen to a mix. And this is currently set to mix 1. The tab at the top tells me that this particular mix will be sent out of my headphone outputs. If I click on this Mix 3 tab, I can then create another mix which could be then delivered to another instrumentalist in the recording room using a combination of inputs and DAW outputs. I can then send this particular mix out of my second headphone output here by choosing from my list of mixes Mix 3 and Mix 3 Right. Now I know that Mix 1 is going to be sent out of headphone output 1, and Mix 3 is going to be sent out of headphone output 3. Using the Mix Control software, I can also route various different signals to different outputs on the back of the unit. For example, if I want to set my main listening mix through the Scarlett 18i20, I can simply go to my monitor output 1 and 2 here and choose to have my DAW output 1 and DAW output 2 fed directly to my speakers. In this instance, my master channel from my DAW, outputs 1 and 2 from the DAW software itself, are now directly linked to outputs 1 and 2 on the Scarlett 18i20. If I then want to take another mix or send another signal out of my DAW outputs 3 and 4 and route those directly to my physical outputs on the 18i20, this is really easy as well. By clicking on my line output 3 and 4 here, I can choose to send my DAW output 3 to output 3 and my DAW output 4 to output 4. This is a really powerful way of being able to route the different outputs from your DAW software directly to physical outputs on the unit itself. Finally, on the Mix Control software, we'll have a look at this section on the bottom right here, and this really is just dealing with my main monitor control. I have a switch here that allows me to control the unit via hardware. In this instance, if I use the knob on the actual 18i20, that will control the volume coming out of outputs 1 and 2. I also have a dim switch, which is again accessible on the front panel of the interface, and a mute switch, which is also on the front panel of the interface. I also have a switch at the bottom here, which is a mono sum. This will sum together outputs 1 and 2 and let you have a listen for any phasing issues that might have occurred in the recording process. So that was a comprehensive look at the brand new Scarlett 18i20 USB audio interface. The flagship of the Focusrite Scarlett range, the 18i20 delivers an incredible track count of up to 18 inputs and 20 outputs, and all delivered to your computer via a single USB cable. If you'd like any more information about the 18i20, contact the guys at scan.co.uk. Thanks very much for watching.